Hello beautiful people and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, it's great to have you, and if you're returning, it's good to see you again. In today's video you'll receive my channeled message plus a page from the Angel Guidance book and also a card from the Healing Love Oracle deck. Please note this is a collective group message, meaning it may not resonate with you today, and that's simply okay. Come back tomorrow where the message may be more aligned with what you need to know. Let's get into the message. How many times have you been asked, how are you? And you reply with, I'm busy. How many times have you asked someone, how are they? And they respond with, I'm busy. I get that a lot. And today it was like, okay, it's time to maybe just delve a little bit into this. And as much as it sounds extremely simple, there's a lot more to it than maybe what you may not have thought about. So let's dive into this perspective that I channeled today about how are you? Simple question, right? Maybe not so simple. It is a simple enough question, but the response seems to be where the complication comes into it. So let's go. Are you the person when asked, how are you, you respond with, I've been busy? Have you ever stopped and thought about the question and your response? Is that the correct response? Because that's not the answer about you. You're letting the person know about your calendar status. Have you ever thought about it that way? Have you looked at it at that perspective? When I'm busy, I do inside go, that's not the question I asked you. I genuinely want to know how you've been. So how are you is a personal question about you. Have you been great? Have you been flat out? Have you been overwhelmed? Is there, you've been run off your feet. Now, run off your feet is different because you're explaining about you, yeah? And even that is still not, I'm asking, how have you been mentally and emotionally? Is maybe that the question I should be asking someone? Do we need to reword the question? How have you been? Is that a more accurate question maybe? Will that get a different response? Who knows? I respect that you maybe when you've been asked by a person, you don't feel they actually care. You don't actually feel they give a shit. That's the truth. And I absolutely know I've felt that myself. And that's sad. How, and with that in mind, if we feel that when someone asks, how are you? And we say I'm busy because I've been busy because we genuinely feel that they don't care. It led me down a path of, then how does asking, are you okay, make a difference? And that's tomorrow's video. I'm going to share, it came up a couple of days ago and it's come up again today, and I've already got the channeling for tomorrow's message, and it's all about it's not okay. It's okay to be not okay. And so that's about asking people, are you okay? And if we genuinely feel that people really don't care when they ask, how are you? How is it any different to someone asking, are you okay? I know I digressed a little bit, but it's relevant to this. It all ties in, and that will be for tomorrow's message. It has already sort of half come through. Is society that disconnected that we don't really care to hear a truthful answer? Is that really what's going on? Or in our mind, we're either so self-absorbed or we're so busy that we're not even in the present moment when we're asking someone, how are you? We're not even present enough for that person to feel that we're present. Holy shit, that's bloody sad. That's really sad. And I'm going to say this is coming from my own experience in the past. of feeling, people just habitually go, how are you? It's just a habitual question. So is how are you asked purely out of habit? Is it just routine? Is it just something that we do? Or do some people genuinely care how you are? And this is about you going into feeling when someone asks you, do you feel that they maintain eye contact and are really looking at you to genuinely hear what you have to say? Now, that could be one reason. And another perspective come up. Or is it more to do with the way that we respond and speak about us that's part of the issue? So I've endured this, and I'll say endured because it's painful sometimes. And I guess it depends where it comes from. However, I absolutely respect that person sharing that is not aware of the perspective that they're sharing. And so I really do want to listen and see if I can be of some assistance or give them some guidance. Yeah? Have we become so unbalanced, comfortable with, and unaware that we tend to mainly share the drama, the negative, the problems, and all the things that go wrong in your life, without sharing the wins, the celebrations, the achievements, and all the things that are good in your life? I'm going to give you an example. And I've actually picked myself up on this and went, holy crap. So I was asked about a holiday. Went on a holiday. They said, oh, how was your holiday? And I caught myself, the first thing I went to was I shared all the things that I didn't like about the holiday. Oh my gosh. Oh, it was cold, it was this, I went on. It was a bit dirty here. And I caught myself probably too late, more than likely, and that person would have shut off because I've bored them. They're like, I'm waiting to hear the good things. I don't know if you've experienced that. I'm sharing me, and I absolutely am aware and know that I have heard that from others. They've gone on a holiday, they've had a day out, and generally what happens is we share all the things we didn't like about the day or the holiday. Why do we do that? Why do we focus on all the things that we didn't like? Now, is that partially why people are shutting down when they ask, how are you? Is it because our automatic default is to go to the crap? Rather than when someone says, how was your holiday? You say, you had a bloody blast. It was so good. You did this and you did this and you did that. And you had a wonderful time away. You had a beautiful break. You got to be out in nature. You got to shut down your mind. You got to stop thinking about work. Stop thinking about your daily routines. You had a ball. It was so wonderful to experience different environment. Is that what we do generally as a society? No. Overall, you may not be like that. I'm endeavoring not to be like that and really focus on all the beautiful things. Yeah? Because there are good things that happened on a holiday or whatever it is. We've got to find the good out of all of the crap rather than let our eyes and our heart and our gut be drawn to all of the negative. So maybe that's a massive contributing factor as to why people ask, how are you? And they shut down, is because they may know you well enough that all you're ever going to maybe share about is all the negative, all the drama in your life. I'm not saying not to share it. What I'm saying is we must be in balance. And I feel as a society, we are far out of balance. Just watch the news. Oh my gosh. I don't watch the news, by the way. However, you only have to put it on and be exposed to it for 2 minutes. And in that 2 minutes, it's all drama. And And if there's a feel-good story in amongst it, it's a couple of minutes gone. Take note of that. So what is our programming in our external world? What are we constantly in range of? What is going into our subconscious that we're not consciously aware of because it's in the background? Yeah? When we become consciously aware, it comes to the forefront and you go, oh my gosh, like the news, I'm very aware and sensitive to negativity. I can peg it a mile away and it's like, yep, shut it down. Because that's not what I choose to focus on. And I know I've digressed a little. It is all relevant though. These are reasons maybe why we as a society have disconnected. Because those who want to really enjoy life, embrace life, and are positive in life, struggle to hear someone who is the opposite. Yeah? Especially if that is all they're going to share. If there is balance, that's a different story. Yeah? Absolutely, I'm aware that little things I would want to hear. Oh, Kat, I want to hear all the wonderful things, and if you go there, don't go to this place, or it wasn't real good. However, in the same breath, a lot of people, if it's restaurants, we have all different ideals on an experience, right? And I feel like I'm really digressing off the path of how are you. It is relevant into a reason why we may not be asking, or our response, why people shut down when they've asked. Is it because you're negative? Is it because you focus on all the crap in your life rather than share the occasional beautiful things that happen in your life? I will keep going. I'm going to stop digressing. Most people today tend to look at the glass of life half empty. Boy, that needs to change, doesn't it? We need to shift and turn it and totally flip it up on its head. As a society, we need to start looking at the glass of life half full. And we will become a far healthier society, by the way. So next time you're asked how you are, endeavour to share actually how you are. If you're not great, share that you're not great. But in the same breath, make sure that you find things that have been not so bad. Yeah, because there has to be at least one. If it's not great, be sure to find a positive to share at least. If you're not in a good space, absolutely say, you know what, I've been struggling emotionally and mentally of late. Yeah, really been feeling overwhelmed. However, yesterday I went out for dinner, or whatever it is. Can you see how there's that balance? I would want to know if a friend of mine was struggling emotionally or mentally. I would then offer them if there is anything that I can assist them with. Because of course that's how I roll. And even if you're not a coach, or even if you're not, you could still ask them. I don't use the word help, you'll find, because I don't want anyone to feel helpless. Assist, different ballgame. You know, maybe you could say, is there anything I can assist you with? Is there, do you need the kids? Would it assist you if I took the kids for a couple of hours off your hands so you could have some time to yourself? Yeah? They're things that allow people to rejuvenate. Would it assist you if I cooked a meal and brought it over for you so you didn't have to cook tomorrow night for the family? Things like that go a long way. There is so much that we can do. Unfortunately, it's the things that we physically do for someone that can make massive impact. Yeah? And so I hope that moving forward you feel comfortable enough to say, yeah, you know what, I've been emotionally or mentally struggling of late. I've been a little bit anxious, and share what's going on. But in the same breath say, yeah, you know what, find that positive in that time. There's got to be at least one positive that you can share with your friend or a family member. Everything must be in balance, and no difference to, the hardships or the challenges in our life as opposed to the joy in our life. We must have that balance. So I hope now moving forward that when someone asks you how you are, you share how you are, not your calendar status. Because to be truthful, when I keep hearing I've been busy, I'm like, I don't care. That maybe sounds harsh. Yeah, share that later. No, I want to know how you are. You are. Someone asked me how I was. It was actually a client, and I said, I haven't been well. However, I am close to back to my healthy self and love and life. Because I thought, well, yeah, I have been ill. And I didn't enjoy it much, as I'm sure each and every one of you don't. And now he's like, yep. And now I'm back to it. So start speaking your truth. How are you? Share how you feel. And maybe you'll be surprised with the response that you get. And if you've asked someone and they say, I'm busy, ask them again and say, no, I want to know how you are. Yeah? How you really are. And if they share they're overwhelmed, anxious, whatever is going on, offer them a hand by maybe cooking a meal, maybe taking them out for dinner, maybe, if it's someone who's got kids, take their kids for a couple of hours to give them me time. Take them for a walk in nature. Choose to, the most precious gift you can give someone is your time. Is your time. Isn't it amazing? Yeah? And that's a gift. That's a priceless gift. It's a valuable gift. So yes, we've gone a little bit on a tangent. However, it all is connected to how are you? And I hope that this offers you a perspective about that one question that you'd not thought about before. It's a really important question. How are you? Yeah? So I hope that gives you something to work with. All right, let's keep moving along. What does the page have for us today? Oh, I love this. Notice the light within each person. And straight away I'm getting, we can say the light, absolutely. Yeah, actually I'm going to go with the light. That's what they're giving me. If you are in the present moment and you are asking someone, how are they? Tap into their light. What do you feel from them? Do you feel that they're struggling? What energy are you getting back? What light? Is the light on and they're bright and shiny and sparkly? Or is there this dullness to them? Do you feel that their lights have been dimmed? So whether they say they're great, I always go with more about what I feel from that person, that energy from that person, or we can say the light from that person. I can see in their eyes if the lights are on and they're bright and they're internally happy, or I can see through their eyes if the light is dim and they're struggling emotionally, mentally, mindset. And so I generally ask the question again. I'm not afraid to ask the question 2 or 3 times. I want that person to feel that I genuinely care, that I'm just not asking that question out of habit. Because when someone feels you care about them, it makes a massive impact on that person if they've been struggling. And it leads me to tomorrow's message. However, I'm not going to go there. It's been wanting to present itself probably a couple of videos back. And today it was like, you're doing this and that's a lead into that. And I'm like, okay, I just do with what I'm guided now, even though at times there's trepidation and hesitation. It's like, ooh. All right, let's get into the message. So before I read this message, if you want to close your eyes, take a deep breath with me, just so you can absorb all the words from this message. Inside of you is a light that can never be extinguished or soiled. It's pure and clear, and its embers are stoked by love. The warm feelings that you enjoy are fueled by the eternal spark. Take a moment right now to see the flames within you, noticing details such as its colours, intensity, and size. Perceive how your body feels as you focus on the inner glow. Ask the light any question that comes to mind and receive its answers clearly as a thought, feeling, word, or visual image. I'm going to really focus on the feeling, and you may just sort of hear a word. You don't physically hear it, you can just have this feeling of a word, bring it up to the surface and write it down, or even a visual image. This radiance is your connection to the divine, and it's your caretaker. You can increase its size and intensity with your thoughts, emotions, and breathing. Pay attention to how you feel as it grows brighter and larger. It can burn away the remnants of old pain or upsets, like an incinerator. So toss anything that's unwanted onto the flame and witness its transformation into fuel for love. Notice the illumination within you and others throughout the day. There we go. The more you focus on it, the more light-hearted you'll feel. Thought for today. I focus on the light within me, feeling its steady warmth inside my belly, heart, and mind. If I'm cold and lonely, I simply need to ask this glow to grow brighter and stronger. I can see it within myself and all others, and my life is touched by it. This message is so connected to what I'm going to discuss tomorrow. It really is a perspective. I am very hesitant for tomorrow's message because I am going so against the grain. It's like scratching my nails down a board with what I'm going to share tomorrow. And it comes from almost this message about the inner glow in your belly, and what are you feeling in your gut? What are you feeling in your heart? Do you feel that beautiful bright inner glow? Or is it just like a pilot light that's just been dulled? And this is relevant to how are you? I'm asking you today, how are you? Is the flame burning bright where you have the ability to look at it and see the joy in life and feel the warmth of life? Or is it gone down to a pilot light that just sits there? So there's this darkness, this coldness within. I genuinely want to know what's going on with you. Because I'm going to say, which is the lead into tomorrow's message, it's not okay to not be okay. I'm going to say it again. It's not okay for you to be not okay. I'm not okay with that. Why would anyone be okay with you not being okay? How does that show care for you? How does that inspire, empower, encourage you to be the best version of you and to live your best life when society, I'm going to stop because I'm digressing and I can feel my passion rising, it says it's okay for you to not be okay. I'm not okay with that. Why the frickin' hell would I support a movement that encourages people to not be okay? Yeah. I'm not going to keep going with this because I can feel there's so much that wants to come out, and it's like, no, that's tomorrow's lead-in. So I'm going to offer a massive different perspective. And I'm going to nip it in the bud before it even gets a thought in you. This is not about judging anyone that is not okay, that is struggling mentally, mindset, emotionally. What I'm saying is, I acknowledge, I respect, you've endured some things in life that is impacting you greatly right now. So let's not be okay with that, and let's work together so you can heal, release all of that pain, that trauma, and allow your pilot light to burn again brightly so the light goes on inside. That's what I'm saying. I do not want anyone to misinterpret, to misperceive my intention with what I just shared. And I will scream it from the tops of the buildings, and I'm going to. Because this, it's okay to not be okay, has bothered me for years, but I've been too fearful to speak my truth about it. I'm not anymore. Because there's a deeper motive behind that movement. Not the general public that are in it. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's intentional. But I'm saying I want to share with you the deeper. Let's go deeper into that one statement. It's okay to not be okay. What is that actually saying? What is the intention? Is that why we go to, how are you? We go, I'm busy. Because we avoid that because society says it's not okay. It's okay for you to not be okay, and you feel uncomfortable. What is going on? That brought up a lot. I didn't feel I was going to share what tomorrow is about. However, it is, and it's all interconnected with how are you. It's okay to not be okay. There is an interlink of information that's going through the channeling messages. So you may not want to watch tomorrow. I hope that you do, because it's going to just offer a different perspective. This is not about judgment, okay? This is not about opinions. It is purely me channeling something from a different perspective, and I'm just sharing it. Yeah? Perspective, not opinion. I don't even use that word. I'm not a fan. My opinion, nah, it doesn't sit well with me, that word in itself. Yeah? Okay, what's the card got? Wow, we had this mystic 2 or 3 days ago. And I just go, it is time. I see that as the third iron to go in. What is there that you may not have tapped into? What have you not been saying? I don't know why I'm getting this with this card, but anyway. When someone has asked you, how are you? Why are you not sharing your truth? That's a question I want to ask you today, to take time and really identify, are you the person that says, oh, I've been busy? Now, if you are, I'd like you to write that down. And then what I want you to ask yourself is, why do you say that? Why do you not share how you are? What's holding you back? Let's do some deep work and let's find some answers. Is it because you feel that they genuinely don't care? Cool, I want that written down. Is it because you're embarrassed, you feel bad, you don't want to share, your fear of judgment? If you haven't, I haven't been good because my relationship isn't in a good space right now, right? Are you not sharing that in fear of their opinion, in fear of their judgment? Why are we fearful to speak our truth with people that we love and care about? That's a question I want you to ask yourself. I don't know, that's what I'm getting from this. It may not even be relevant to the card, but as this card comes up, it's like, really look beyond the eyes. If you're a person that is asking someone, how are they? Look beyond their eyes. Feel them. Feel the person. I can feel when someone is not in a great space. I don't even need to use words. That's because I connect with people. As soon as I'm in a conversation or I'm present, I want to feel, and I can see so much through their eyes. They're not even aware. That's what I feel. And it's almost what this is focusing on. Yeah? Right, let's go to the mystic. What has it got for us? Okay. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, because I feel this message is going to hit home with some of you. It is time to awaken the sleeping psychic mystic within. These qualities which you have possessed are reawakening. Trust your intuition. The next time an unusual thought enters your mind, or you have a gut feeling about something, pay close attention. Gut feeling was yesterday too, by the way, I think. Whatever. What is the thought or feeling, more importantly, trying to tell you? What's it telling you about you? What's going on with you? How are you? For those who are already aware of their psychic abilities, we can, if you've got that, I call it intuition abilities, because psychic might put some of you off, okay? And I don't want that, close you down. The mystic card here is to remind you to use and integrate these abilities more into your everyday life. Pay particular attention to the intuition over the next few days. You will receive important news to keep a journal and a pen handy, or just a pen and paper, a brain dump. For some of you, this is really prompted. I've poked some things deep inner. Not I, the message has, I should say. So I'll correct myself with that. And so things may come to the surface, and especially when I mentioned about it's okay to not be okay, it's not okay to not be okay. I hope that invokes the thought and go, you know what? Yeah, why is it okay that I feel crap? Why would you settle for that? And I hope that does absolutely and invoke some questions for you. Get your pen and paper handy, really go inward. And those of you who are really emotionally and mentally and mindset struggling, shift your perspective. Share it with people for one. Maybe they can assist you to start shifting. If you don't share, how do they know? If any of you want to reach out to me, send an email. It's baby step. Baby step. I will respond. I hope that you gained something little from today's message. I want to thank you for spending your time with me, as I respect your time is so valuable. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I'd be so grateful if you liked the video, subscribe to my channel, and also click on the notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload tomorrow's cat's message of the day. You matter. You matter. You are your most valuable asset, so invest in you. And share how you are, and stop being okay with not being okay. Get angry and go, I'm not doing this anymore. Not settling for mediocre. So for today, take care.